If you're over 60, your muscles are shrinking every single night, and no one's warning you about it. In fact, by the time you wake up tomorrow, you might have already lost more strength than you think. It's not about hitting the gym harder or eating more protein. It's what you do right before bed that makes all the difference. There's a silent switch your body flips at night, and if you're not activating it the right way, your muscles will keep disappearing, even if you're doing everything right during the day. Sounds dramatic? Maybe, but science calls it sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. It sneaks up slowly, but by age 70, nearly 1 in 2 seniors already show signs of serious muscle loss. And most of them don't even realize it until something bad happens, like a fall or injury. Now here's the crazy part. This damage often starts not during the day, but during the night. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what to do before you sleep to put your muscles into preservation mode, and maybe even build a little strength as you rest. No equipment, no pills, just a few smart tweaks to your nightly routine, and one surprising habit that takes less than 5 minutes. Light bulb, can one small bedtime trick really save your strength? Light bulb, are you unknowingly making muscle loss worse by how you wind down at night? Light bulb, and what's the exact 3-minute routine top aging experts are now recommending? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do tonight to slow or even reverse muscle loss. And it starts with one simple shift before bed. Let's dive in. Why muscle loss accelerates after 60. Here's the hard truth. After the age of 30, your body starts losing muscle, slowly at first. But after 60, that decline shifts into high gear. Why does this happen? Well, it's not just getting old. It's actually a combination of silent forces working against you all at once. Let's start with one of the biggest culprits, inactivity. As we age, our daily movement tends to drop. Retirement, health issues, or simply a slower pace of life can mean more time sitting and less time moving. And muscle is a use it or lose it system. When it's not being challenged, your body starts breaking it down. Not to be mean, but because it's efficient. It thinks, we're not using this tissue, so let's conserve energy and let it go. But that's just part one. The second piece? Hormonal changes. Testosterone, estrogen, growth hormone, all essential for muscle maintenance, begin to decline with age. Growth hormone, for example, is highest during deep sleep. But sleep quality also gets worse with age, which means less muscle repair hormone is released at night. Third, there's something most people overlook, protein resistance. You probably heard that older adults need more protein. But it's not just about eating it. It's about how your body responds to it. After 60, your muscles become less responsive to protein. It's called anabolic resistance. Think of it like this. In your 20s, eating a piece of chicken might trigger muscle growth. At 65, you might need twice as much to get the same effect. And even then, without proper movement or activation, your body might still not use it efficiently. So even if you're eating well, your body might not be absorbing those nutrients the same way it used to. And here's the kicker. Many seniors think they're doing fine because they aren't losing weight. But fat can stay the same or even increase, while muscle quietly disappears underneath. This condition has a name, sarcopenic obesity. You look normal on the outside, but inside, muscle is being replaced by fat. And it's dangerous because it hides the true decline until it's too late, like when a small stumble turns into a major injury. Now, let's bring it all together. Muscle loss after 60 is like a storm made of less movement, weaker hormonal support, reduced protein sensitivity, poor sleep and recovery. And at night, this storm hits its peak. Because nighttime is when your body is supposed to rebuild. If you're not giving it the right signals, it shifts into breakdown mode instead. That means you could go to bed thinking you're resting, but you're actually weakening, quietly, night after night. Here's a powerful way to think about it. Your muscles don't grow in the gym. They grow during recovery, but only if your body gets the right instructions before bed. Without that, your night becomes a missed opportunity, or worse, a silent setback. That's why the right nighttime habit is so powerful. It's not just about stretching or doing a little yoga. It's about flipping the recovery switch so your body stops catabolizing breaking down muscle and starts preserving it. We'll get to the exact routine in a bit. But first, you need to understand what this switch is and how to activate it. That's coming up next. The nightly habit you need. All right, now that you understand why muscle loss accelerates after 60 and how much of it happens silently at night, it's time for some good news. There's a way to stop it. In fact, there's a simple, powerful habit you can add to your nightly routine that tells your body, hold on to this muscle. Don't break it down tonight. It doesn't require any equipment. You don't need to join a gym, and it takes less than 10 minutes. It's called pre-sleep muscle activation, and it works like flipping a biological switch. Here's how it works. Right before bed, your body is entering a calm, restorative state, but it also listens for cues. If it senses inactivity for hours before sleep, it assumes we won't need this muscle tomorrow. So, it begins a process of breaking down and used muscle for energy and repair elsewhere. But if you give it a small, low-impact burst of activation, you send the opposite signal. Hey, we're still using this. Keep it strong. That's what this habit is all about. Sending the right signals to your nervous system and hormonal system just before sleep to preserve and even stimulate muscle growth overnight. What does pre-sleep activation look like? We're not talking about a full workout. In fact, that would be counterproductive. You don't want your heart racing before bed or adrenaline level spiking. What you want is gentle tension on the muscles, controlled movement, intentional breath work, consistent timing. Let's break it down. 1. Gentle muscle tension. Choose a few slow, bodyweight exercises to gently activate your key muscle groups, especially the legs, hips, and core. Examples. Wall sits. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds to engage your thighs and glutes. Chair squats. 5 to 10 reps to wake up the lower body. Calf raises. Strengthens your feet and lower legs. Vital for balance. Standing marches. Lift one knee at a time, slowly, to engage your core and stabilizers. These aren't meant to exhaust you. They're meant to remind your nervous system that these muscles are still in use. This keeps your body in a state of readiness to repair them instead of break them down. 2. Stretching plus myofascial release, 3 minutes. Once your muscles are lightly activated, it's time to signal your body that rest and repair can begin. This is where stretching and gentle mobility work comes in. You could try seated hamstring stretch for lower body recovery. Cat-cow, spinal movement to decompress the spine. Doorway chest stretch helps open posture and reduce joint tension. If you have a massage ball or foam roller, use it lightly on your calves, quads, or upper back. This helps increase blood flow, calm the nervous system, release tight spots that might otherwise interfere with deep sleep. This is when your body says, okay, time to shift into healing mode. 3. Breath work to trigger growth hormone, 2 minutes. Now, this may surprise you, but deep breathing can actually help with muscle recovery. Here's why. When you breathe deeply and slowly, especially with longer exhales, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and repair mode. It's during this state that growth hormone is most easily released. Try this simple pattern. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 to 8 seconds. Do this for just 2 minutes after your light movements and stretching. You'll feel calmer, sleep deeper, and give your body the ideal internal state to protect and build muscle overnight. Why this works, let's get into the science just briefly. When you engage muscles, even gently, you stimulate something called mTOR signaling. This is the pathway your body uses to decide whether to build or break down muscle. You also activate neuromuscular pathways, which means you're keeping the brain-muscle connection alive. This is especially important as we age because we not only lose muscle mass, but also the ability to efficiently activate it. By moving and breathing the right way before bed, you improve hormonal balance, prime your nervous system for recovery, increase blood flow to key areas, send anabolic, muscle preserving. Signals to your body improve sleep depth, which is where muscle growth happens, and most importantly, you break the cycle of nighttime muscle breakdown. The real impact, most people don't feel a huge change after one night. But do this consistently for a week, and you might notice less stiffness in the morning, more energy during the day, better sleep quality, and yes, greater stability and strength over time. The key is not intensity, it's consistency. Think of this routine like brushing your teeth. You don't skip brushing just because your teeth feel clean. You do it because over time, it keeps them healthy. Same here. These few minutes before bed are your insurance policy against muscle loss. A simple routine to follow. Here's a basic pre-bed plan you can follow tonight. 1. 5-minute activation, 1-minute wall sit, 10 slow chair, squats 20 calf, raises 20 standing knee lifts. 2-minute breathing, 4-4-8 pattern breathing, eyes closed, in bed, lights off, that's it. This is your signal to your body. Preserve my muscle. Rebuild. Don't break down tonight. And remember, this isn't just about looking stronger. It's about walking without fear of falling. It's about standing up from the couch without pain. It's about living with confidence in your own body. That power begins the moment you decide to build this one nightly habit. In the next section, we're going to go deeper. Because even with this powerful new routine, some people accidentally undo all the benefits. Let's talk about the biggest mistakes to avoid before sleep that might be sabotaging your recovery without you even knowing it. What to avoid before sleep now that you know the exact routine to preserve muscle at night. Let's make sure you're not accidentally doing things that reverse all that progress. Because here's the deal. Even a perfect pre-sleep routine can be sabotaged by a few innocent-seeming habits that most people over 60 do every single night. And these habits, if left unchecked, can stop muscle recovery, disrupt hormones, and send your body straight into muscle loss mode while you sleep. Let's walk through the 3 biggest muscle-killing bedtime mistakes and what to do instead. Prohibited mistake number 1. Screens and stimulation before bed. It's tempting. The news, a quick scroll on social media, or catching up on your favorite show. But late-night screen time is one of the biggest disruptors of your body's natural muscle-preserving processes. Why? Because screens emit blue light, which suppresses melatonin, your body's sleep hormone. Without melatonin, you don't get into deep sleep, and that's where muscle recovery actually happens. Even worse, engaging with emotional or dramatic content raises cortisol, your stress hormone. And cortisol doesn't just mess with your sleep. It directly blocks growth hormone, the hormone that repairs and preserves muscle overnight. What to do instead? Power down screens at least 45 minutes before bed. Use dim lighting or switch to amber-colored bulbs in the evening. Try reading, journaling, or listening to calming audio, something that winds you down, not revs you up. Remember, the goal is not just sleep. It's the right kind of sleep, deep, restful, and anabolic. Prohibited mistake number 2. Eating the wrong things too late. Many seniors fall into the habit of late-night snacking, especially after dinner. And while your body still needs fuel, what you eat and when matters. Late eating, especially of carbs, sugars, or processed snacks, spikes insulin, and this disrupts your body's hormonal flow into nighttime recovery. Even a harmless bowl of cereal or a cookie can send your blood sugar on a roller coaster that affects growth hormone release later that night. On the flip side, eating too little or skipping protein entirely in the evening can also hurt recovery. Your muscles need amino acids during sleep. What to do instead? If you're going to eat late, choose a light, protein-rich snack like Greek yogurt, a boiled egg, or a collagen shake. Avoid sugary foods or anything with a high glycemic load. Try to finish any food at least 1 to 2 hours before bed. This small tweak alone can supercharge your muscle-preserving hormones overnight. Prohibited mistake number 3. Taking the wrong supplements or skipping the right ones. This one's tricky because not all supplements are created equal. Many seniors take magnesium or melatonin at night to help with sleep, and that's great. But some common bedtime supplements actually interfere with recovery pathways. For example, stimulant-based sleep aids. Yes, some have hidden caffeine or green tea extracts. Over-the-counter antihistamines can interfere with deep sleep stages. Calcium supplements late at night can compete with magnesium absorption and disrupt muscle relaxation at the same time. Missing the right nutrients, like magnesium, zinc, or collagen, can make your sleep less effective for muscle recovery. What to do instead? Take magnesium glycinate, a highly absorbable form that promotes muscle relaxation. Consider a collagen plus vitamin C combo in the evening to support tissue repair. If you use melatonin, go for a low dose, 0.3 to 1 milligram. More is not always better, and always check your supplement labels for stimulants or fillers that might interfere with your body's ability to wind down. The sneaky culprit: anxiety and racing thoughts. Even if you eat right, avoid screens, and stretch before bed, anxiety can override all of it. Why? Because mental stress equals physical stress in the eyes of your body. Stress spikes cortisol. Cortisol blocks deep sleep. No deep sleep equals no muscle recovery. It's that simple. If you often lie awake thinking about the next day, your to-do list, or just feel uneasy, your body may be primed for breakdown, not growth. What to do instead? Try journaling before bed. Write down what's on your mind. Practice 2 to 5 minutes of breath work or guided meditation. Apps like Calm or Insight Timer are great. Use a weighted blanket to help ground the nervous system. Even small rituals like dimming lights or playing soft music can tell your brain, we're safe. We can relax. We can heal. Final takeaway: you can do everything right, but if you let these hidden habits creep into your nights, your body might still be stuck in breakdown mode. So here's the checklist. White heavy checkmark: no screens 45 minutes before bed. White heavy checkmark: no sugar or heavy carbs late at night. White heavy checkmark: protein rich. Light snacks only. White heavy checkmark: smart supplements. No hidden stimulants. White heavy checkmark: wind down ritual that calms the mind. Put these into practice, and you'll unlock the full power of the bedtime routine we shared earlier. In the next section, we're going to bring it all together into one simple 3-minute formula. The easiest way to make this routine stick, even if you're short on time. The 3-minute night formula. We've covered a lot so far. Why muscle loss accelerates after 60, the nightly routine to fight it, and the common mistakes that undo your progress. But what if you're too tired, too busy, or just not feeling up for a full routine some nights? That's where the 3-minute night formula comes in. This is your backup plan, your bare minimum routine. And the beauty is, it still works. 3 minutes, one formula, 0 excuses. This short burst of activity and breath work tells your body, preserve this muscle. Rebuild it tonight. Don't break it down. It's built on 3 core principles: muscle activation, mobility, plus relaxation, deep nervous system reset. Let's break down how to do it and why it works. 3 o'clock minute 1. Light activation first. We need to turn the muscles on. Even just a little. You're sending a message to your brain. Hey, we're still using these. This minute should include slow, body weight-based moves that engage large muscle groups without raising your heart rate too much. Here's a simple sequence: 10 chair squats. Keep it slow and controlled. Feel your legs working. 15 calf raises. Stand tall, hold onto a chair if needed, and lift up on your toes. 10 standing knee lifts. Lift one knee, lower, repeat on the other side. This isn't about working out. It's about sending a signal. And even light activation of the legs, hips, and core can be enough to trigger your body's repair pathways. Why it works? This type of movement activates a system called mTOR, which is involved in muscle building and preservation. It also improves blood flow, which helps deliver nutrients to muscle tissues before sleep. 3 o'clock minute 2. Gentle stretch plus mobility. Now we shift gears. The goal is to calm the nervous system and promote flexibility. This minute blends stretching with slow breath to wind your body down while keeping the muscle activation benefit alive. Here's a simple sequence: 20 seconds, seated hamstring stretch. Reach toward your toes, breathe deeply, 20 seconds. Standing side stretch, arms overhead, lean to each side, 20 seconds. Cat-cow or spinal roll down. Loosen the spine. Reduce tension. These moves help release built-up stress in your muscles and joints while maintaining flow in your connective tissues. Why it works? This promotes parasympathetic dominance, your body's repair mode. It reduces cortisol and transitions your system from go to grow. 3 o'clock, minute 3. Deep breathing reset now. We seal it in with a breathing pattern that tells your brain it's safe to shut down and start repairing. This isn't just relaxation. It's a strategy to stimulate the vagus nerve, increase growth hormone release, and improve deep sleep quality. Here's the 4-4-8 breathing pattern. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale slowly for 8 seconds, repeat for the full minute. You could do this seated or lying in bed. Eyes closed. Lights off or low. If your mind wanders, focus on the feeling of your belly rising and falling or the sound of your breath. Why it works. Studies show that longer exhales reduce sympathetic stress, activity, helping your body enter deeper sleep faster. And deeper sleep equals stronger overnight muscle recovery. When to use this formula? Use this on nights when you feel too tired to do your full routine, you're traveling, or away from home, you're recovering from illness or injury, you just want to do something instead of nothing. It's also a great entry point if you're just starting out. Once this 3-minute routine feels easy, you can naturally expand it to 5, 10, or more minutes. And remember, consistency beats intensity. Doing a short routine nightly is more powerful than doing a long one once a week. The science behind small habits, you might wonder. Can something this short really make a difference? Yes, and here's why. Your body isn't just responding to effort. It's responding to signals. Even a small amount of movement, stretching, and breath tells your body these muscles are active and needed. The nervous system can safely enter recovery mode. The environment is stable enough to preserve resources. This shifts your entire overnight metabolism, even if the work only took 3 minutes. It's like flipping a switch. Off equals breakdown, on equals rebuild. And when done consistently, these small inputs accumulate into lasting benefits. Better strength retention, less morning stiffness, deeper, more restorative sleep, greater confidence in your body's resilience. Bonus. Layering for more power if you have time. Here are optional add-ons to stack with your 3-minute formula. Lotion bottle aromatherapy. Add a drop of lavender oil or chamomile balm before you begin. Headphone soundscapes. Play 432 Hz or theta wave background music while you breathe. Notebook gratitude journal. Write down one thing you did for your health today. Each layer reinforces the habit, making it easier to stick with and more enjoyable to repeat. Real results. What people experience. People who start using this 3-minute night formula report. I don't wake up groggy anymore. My knees feel less stiff in the morning. I sleep better, even on stressful days. I actually look forward to this now. It's like tucking my body into bed. These aren't flukes. These are signs that your body is finally getting what it needs. Final words before we wrap it up. You don't need a perfect body. You don't need a gym. You don't even need high energy every night. You just need 3 minutes, a little intention, and a willingness to give your body the nightly message it's been waiting for. You are strong. You are safe. And you're going to keep that strength. In the next and final section, we'll wrap it all up, recap everything, reinforce why this matters, and give you a final push to make this your new nightly ritual for life. Conclusion, let's bring it all home. If you made it this far, you already know more than 90% of people about how to stop muscle loss after 60, and more importantly, how to reverse it. Let's quickly recap the journey. White heavy checkmark, you learned that muscle loss isn't just a daytime issue. It's a nighttime battle. White heavy checkmark, you discovered how age-related forces like hormonal shifts, inactivity, and poor sleep quietly chip away at your strength. White heavy checkmark, you saw how a simple nightly routine, just minutes long, can flip your muscle preservation switch. White heavy checkmark, you uncovered the biggest mistakes to avoid before bed that sabotage your progress. White heavy checkmark, and you now have a 3-minute night formula that anyone can do, anywhere, anytime, to give their muscles what they need. So now, the big question is, will you do it? Because knowing isn't enough. Muscle doesn't grow because you learn something. It grows because your body feels something. A signal, a routine, a pattern repeated daily. Direct hit, the big shift when people talk about aging. The first thing they mention is usually what they're losing. Mobility, strength, independence, confidence. But what if we shifted that narrative? What if you thought of aging not as decline, but as an opportunity to grow smarter, sharper, and stronger in the ways that truly matter? You don't need a 90-minute gym session. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need to outwork the problem. You need to outsmart it with intention, repetition, and consistency. That's exactly what this night routine gives you. Every evening, you now have the power to tell your body, I still need this strength. Don't take it away. In fact, help me build more. Light bulb, here's what to do tonight before you sleep tonight. Commit to just 3 minutes. Even if it feels silly, even if you're tired, even if you don't think it'll matter. Do it anyway. Heavy check mark, move a little. Heavy check mark, stretch, just enough to release tension. Heavy check mark, breathe slowly. With your eyes closed, heavy check mark, say, I'm protecting my strength. Then go to bed. Tomorrow, do it again. And again. This isn't a gimmick. It's a lifestyle enhancer. One that works with your biology, not against it. Stop sign still on the fence? Let's be real for a second. What's the cost of not doing it? More stiffness, more soreness, less stability, more risk of falls, weakness, or feeling like your best years are behind you. But what's the upside of doing it? Better sleep, more energy, a stronger body, more confidence in your movements, your posture, your ability to take care of yourself and the people you love. That's a powerful trade-off for 3 minutes a night. And if you ever forget why you're doing it, remember this. Muscle isn't about looking good. It's about living well. If you found value in this video, share it with someone who needs it. A friend, a parent, a sibling, anyone over 60 who you know is struggling silently. And if you want more tips, simple routines, and powerful ways to keep your body strong as you age, hit the subscribe button and tap that notification bell. Because we've got so much more to share. Backhand index pointing right, like the video. Backhand index pointing right, comment strong if you're going to try this tonight. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe for weekly habits that protect your health without the fluff. You got the knowledge. You got the tools. Now it's time to turn it into strength, one night at a time. See you in the next one. And remember, strength doesn't fade unless you stop fighting for it.